I don't know.
Hello, I'm Steve Mason and welcome to Baboonery Shark Movies. Now I'm putting this at the start and I will appear later on, as this production is about 6 months in the making. It's all over the place. There's epic rants, Baboonery style. There's epic rants unfiltered. There's just a utter fuckload of fucking shark movies. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. Stick with it because it's all over the place.
Since I did a Baboonery about crocodile movies, which like months later I still haven't got around to edit it, and it'll be later on when I edit this, I decided to watch 4 shark films out of a 5 shark film box set. You see where I'm going here? Now in a world where we've got Swamp Shark, which I don't remember, but has quite a big casting like D.B. Sweeney, Robert Duvall and Kirsten Swanson. Don't remember that. We've also got Super Shark, which comes with an awesome music video. And it's a massive shark, and the government bikinis, bullets and big bites. And there's a tank that walks, and then the tank actually drop kicks a shark on a beach battle, and you think, what the fuck? Now you could blame Sharknado and sci-fi for these films. Well, you can't, because these are all made by the Asylum or thing. But it's because like, or thing, or the Sci-Fi Network. And it's because like Jaws was such a brilliant film, they haven't been able to beat it. Jaws 1, brilliant. Jaws 2, oh, Jaws 2, I've actually got a new vinyl of Jaws. Is it handy? Yes it is. Oh, picked these up every week. We're talking about shark films here. I love that artwork. But there's Jaws 2, which is quite awesome. You never really see that iconic Jaws there, with a guy trying to get back in the boat, which you don't often see. And Jaws 2 isn't too bad. Jaws 3, okay. And then Jaws The Revenge. What the fuck? So I picked up this box set. It cost £3 and you get 5 films. Now I've seen 4 out of 5, but I've actually seen 5 films associated with this. And I don't know where to start. Well, I'll start where I started. So, when the world, for some reason, which is never explained, turns to Waterworld. Yes, Waterworld. Yeah, Waterworld. Coming out soon by Arrow by the looks of it. Yeah, Waterworld. So the world's turned to Waterworld and everyone is afraid of sharks. Now I've wrote notes about these movies and I'm trying to read it. I've decided to write it with a Sharpie which goes through the pages. So we've got Planet of Shark, Raiders of the Lost Shark, Flying Shark, which I don't think that's the name of the movie. Rant after rant after rant. So I'm going to try and do this right. Jurassic Shark. So I kind of know where I'm going for here because the last one was ice sharks. See what I mean? Fucking sharks. So yeah, basically it looks a little bit like Waterworld, but just out on the beach. The water never looks really shallow, and the effects for the sharks are like, really? And the storyline is sharks come and attack, and they're just absolutely like a carnival, like a velociraptors. You're not even safe on land. These things can fucking fly and jump and kill people, and you think, okay. You know, it's got that drained down look. It's Waterworld with sharks. Now I just wrote down notes and then one of them gets a fucking... see, this is the first one I watched, but one of them looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer all the way through as he gets a fucking tracking beacon on his nose. So every time you see the shark, he's just like, I'm a shark. But then you've got people where they get killed and the CGI totally misses a person. The person's like jumps in the water and then the shark goes and... Was that shark meant there? Oh yeah, the guy just screams. He's like, yeah. You've definitely miscued that. The fucking render has just slipped a little bit. There's one guy talking to a man, but the guy's a woman, and it's just like, yeah, hang on a minute. Did you just replace the actor with a man, with a woman? And he's still talking to her like it's a man. It's like, it's totally baffling. It's like, yeah, man, yeah. That's a woman. What's going on with this script? The CGI is pretty poor, and as I've said before, it always looks like there's no like dangerous to say, oh, deep water. No, you can see the bottom of the floor. Now, apart from the wakeboarding that happens as a woman tries to wakeboard around to save their plan is to blow the sharks up with a volcano. This is when the whole world is turned to water. They still have a little bit of electricity and they can control volcanoes. And when the volcano doesn't work, they try to kill it with a space shuttle, or it's the other way around. It's one extreme to the other, and you think, hang on a minute, really? Then the shark jumps on the boat just like Jaws, and you think, oh my god, really? Why? It even gives you a 6 months later ending, and you think, oh, why, really? And then I realised that this probably does have a sequel, since it's by the same director, called Emperor of the Sharks, or Empire of the Sharks, which I watched. I haven't bought, I watched it, and this one even gets more baffling because it's the same scene, some of the same cast, has no connection, it doesn't say, this is Planet of the Sharks 2, Emperor of the Sharks, and basically there's a guy from Snow Beast in it, and it's the same kind of MO, and then there's a guy with power gloves again, the technology's gone and all this, but this guy can control fucking sharks with his hands, like fucking Johnny Mnemonic and kind of stuff. It's like, fuck me, what, really? So yeah, there's fucking Planet of the Sharks and Emperor of the Sharks. Set in the apocalyptic future where it's Waterworld and the sharks. And then the sharks are controlled. And then the killer sharks. And the sharks do what they're bidden. You know, it's like, holy fuck. And then I watched Raiders of the Lost Shark and I was like, oh my god, what am I in for here? And it says at the start, this is a true story. Really? And you kind of know what you're in for straight away when you see the back of the car is blacked out. It's like duct tape over I was just looking around and I only have some duct tape around here. I've got a bit of fucking sellotape. But yeah, I can't even find it. When can you ever find an end of a sellotape? You know, that's how interesting this film is, because at the start there's duct tape over license plates. So good call, but you know what I mean. Budget, just unscrew the fucker. Then apart from the woman who the first victim runs in the water twice, and you think, hang on a minute, you lazy editor. Then apart from, just a different take, different angle, you know what I mean? Or don't show going in the water in the first place. And then it's about 8 minutes into the main title sequence, you actually see the title of this movie, Raiders of the Lost Shark, and say, okay, here we go. As purple waves, one shot just rolls in, and that's it. You've got this purple waves rolling in, the credits come up, and then it's like Raiders of the Lost Shark. Raiders of the Lost Shark, what does that mean? Indiana Jones, a shark in a fucking, you know what I mean, in the jungle, in a cave, in a temple, you know what I mean? No, in a pond. Now, 3 minutes into this movie, after these epically long fucking purple waves and fucking font, the first line of the movie is, are you bored, Stephen? Like, really? It's like, fucking hell. Do you want to freak me out even more? Because I'm like... It's like I watched Jeremiah Johnson the other night, and Casper told me, said, oh yeah, it's a really good film. I had no idea that when the film started it was just font. And a fucking score, like a 5-6 minute score of just a hillside and a guy standing there, and you think, right, okay, is the film broke? Is the film paused? It's an old school film, has an intermission and does the same thing halfway through the movie. Did you want me about that, Casper? No, so fuck you, Casper. Anyway, drainers of colour. Drained of colour, yeah. The film's really drained of colour, just like I am now. There's a lot of drainage in this movie for colour. Don't know if it's want to be light or day, trying to show that's a different time of the place when they first went film that, film there, film this, film that, but whoop, 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 and just change the colour. All of a sudden some French people turn up, then you realise, well, it's not random that the French people turn up, this is Canadian. Now we get some heavy metal music, some really bad acting and some boobies. Then an absolutely terrifying use of CGI, honestly. It's like some of the CGI is in black and white. She's like, what's the matter? And you think, what the fuck? She sort of shrinks into this mouth and goes backwards, and you think, just remember, it was 5 films for £3. Then a third couple turns up at the beach. So you've got the woman and the couple who run to the beach at the start, who keeps repeating. You've got the woman who comes in, wants a boobies, rock music, bad acting. And then another couple turn up and you think, okay, is anything else going to happen? Because this seems, so far, 3 different ideas for someone to go to a beach and get killed. Not one movie. Then, oh my god, like fuck my life. Woman gets in the water, you think woman's like, oh, next thing you know, whoosh, the guy on the beach gets killed. Not the woman in the water, and the woman in slow motion, totally out of sync, goes, flying shark! And that's all you see, you think, what the fuck, really? It's this ghost shark, you're not safe anywhere, you're not safe around a bucket of water, you're not safe in the bath. There's another film where this went absolutely mental, Ghost Shark. You're not safe anywhere where there's water. You know what I mean? It's stupid stuff like this, and when they're like, oh, let us have a quick look, and next thing you know, it's beheaded, and you think, that was quick. Beheaded. Now it's cut in there, but it's how jumpy and random the film is. Now, after the guy gets beheaded, when these people are in the boat, they all fall in the water. But guess what? Her phone still works. In fact, she's still on her phone, even though she's just been head over water, water overhead. What does that even mean? That's what that means, water overhead, head over water. But yeah, she falls in and she's still on the phone, you know, when she's having a long distance phone call. I'm covered in water, this is a Baboonery. Even though my phone's here. And she's still having a good conversation. Oh, fucking sharks want to get us, we'll fucking swim, put your phone down because it's definitely not working. Meanwhile, there's a high tech. Is this Jurassic Shark or is this fucking Raiders of the Lost Shark? Sorry, I had to stop there. I'm getting a little bit confused. It is still Raiders of the Lost Shark. It's starting to sound like a lot like Jurassic Shark. Anyway, the high-tech security office laboratories, you know, the high tech with all the shit goes down where they make super fucking animals. It's like, yeah, and then in the background it's clearly been a rented unit that used to be someone else, because they haven't even bothered painting the background. It's like, if I took that shelf away, you'd see Paul Brea's head there, but it's like, right, used to be a shelf there where they've painted around it. That's the backdrop of the high-tech laboratory. Then this film really questions you as the woman who's survived, her phone's now not working, is running through the fucking island. There's a telephone on a stool ringing, and she runs over to it. Hello? It's in the middle of the woods, and the fucking mad scientist straps you. Think, ow, my head hurts. Even thinking about that concept. Should we phone the National Guard? Who else are you going to call? You know what I mean? You're going to call fucking Winston, fucking Venkman? You're going to call the fucking Ghostbusters? Like, who should we call? There's a flying shark. 911? Flying shark? Looney Bin? Anyone just come and help. Next thing you know, the fucking shark kills the aeroplane. You just like, aeroplane, die, shark. And you think, what the fuck? Now, I keep mentioning flying shark, and what's your opinion of a flying shark? A normal shark with fucking Pegasus wings? No, it's a flying shark, just flies. Just like bobbing along, just flying through the sky. It's like someone rendered the shark with no water, and you'll see it going one way, and the other way. Then you might see it upward shark, and it's the same shit every time. It's like, run away from that shark, and it's like, do. That's like, wow. There's even a scene that basically, you know, like the whole one police officer's asleep at the pond. I'm just going to call it pond because it's nothing more than a pond. And next thing you know, he's like poking it. He's confusing. So the two police officers, one's asleep and the one goes along, he's poking his foot with a stick, which is a little bit like an homage to the start of Jaws. And it's like, if that's meant to be someone's leg, it looks like, where's Homer Simpson gone? Homer Simpson, but Homer Simpson. It looks like a fucking Simpson all the way through. It's like, is that really like what's going on here? Is that the quality of the footage? I'm sorry, I'm just baffled. So while all this is going down on this island, the mad scientist suddenly just goes, right, I have a boat with a jacuzzi. And you think, aren't you the guy trying to trap them and like kill them? And you've just told them you've got a boat and it's got a jacuzzi. What the fuck? So the police are aware of this flying shark anyway. There's some, I don't know if she uses the forest phone or they're getting the, it's just a bit confusing. There's a lot of fucking random stuff going on, but the police now know that there's a flying shark, and the two of them just go, do you think that's a flying shark? What do you think it is? A giant fucking seagull? I mean, it's a fucking shark in the sky, and like, yeah, it might be the shark in the sky. You think, oh my god, my brain hurts so much right now. And then all of a sudden, they've got some dynamite, and they're like, right, I've got some fucking dynamite, and they chuck it, and it's gone for a while, and then you hear a bang, and then blood drops from the ceiling, and then it just comes up, Finn. And you think, really? What have I just witnessed? Raiders of the Lost Shark around a pool. Get rid of Finn. Yeah, it all happens around this pond. It's reoccurring shots. There's a mad scientist, flying shark, and a telephone in the middle of the thing. You think, what the fuck were they drinking? So that's 2 out of 4. Whoop. Raiders of the Lost Shark on cue there. Comes flying out of the box. So I just watched them as I opened the box. Now, next up, I watched Jurassic Shark. Now when you hear Jurassic Shark, you think Jurassic Park with sharks. Maybe? Yes? No? That's what I would think. Now this is the same beach as Raiders of the Lost Shark. Like, fuck my life, it totally is. It's the same beach. A pond. It's called the pond. Now a brief little thing of what a megalodon is. A megalodon. It's a megalodon. There's, you know, Meg's coming out this year finally. And like there's a shark, it's fucking 52 foot long. That's what a megalodon is, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what you're in for this movie, yeah. Now, apart from what I've wrote in my notes is the worst water audio ever for far too long. It's bad. That's all I've wrote there on that one. I'm so much bugged us about the water audio anyway. Now, this film starts where you think you're going to have like a build up to a fake scare, but then you get a very, very weak death with no CGI. It's just like, what the fuck, really? And then Jurassic Shark bubbles up on the screen. You think, oh no. And then it has this massive long intro again, just like Raiders of the Lost Shark. And I think, oh no. Now as I read my notes on this one, I'm trying to do a recap, and it's the same. It's like, was that a boat trip? Question mark. I wrote there. Acting's brilliant, sarcastic as fuck. I imagine I wrote that there. Another group heading towards the lake. This is when the girls turn up. Hang on, bad turn up ahead. The lake. The acting, oh my god. The CGI, oh my god. Another boat trip, ? White flashes, scene where the guy walks to his death and killed off camera. Now, yeah, there's a bit where this might be the one. Is this the one where this is a film where there's a jewel heist or a diamond heist, and the instead of like going around the pond, they go across the pond. Yes, this is Jurassic Shark. Yeah, so there's bad guys, some girls having a fucking camping trip out, or they're making a documentary or something. Some guy walks in, and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to go and get this pit, and he dies, just off camera. No blood, no guts, anything. Is there a shark in this movie?
There's a lot of slow motion in this to fill it out.
Again, it all happens around this island. There's a lot of slow motion, and it just really pulls. You hardly see the shark, and when it does turn up, it doesn't look like 52 foot. It's just fucking the same as it is in Raiders of the Lost Shark. It's like a different script to the same story as Raiders of the Lost Shark, except for the Free Willy fucking bit where it flies over the heads and kills them, and you think, oh my god. And then it just says Finn again. It's like, oh. And again, when we note here, epic slow motion, poor shark is killed, girl thief tells the prequel backstory without even showing it, repeating the shark over and over again, slow motion again, guy throws drunk guy in there, no banger, fucking Free Willy, and the girl gets eaten by the fucking, I just give a fuck up with that. Literally. I felt like I was watching the same film the night before. Ice sharks. Right, ice sharks. Now, I'm not going to apologise, I'm not going to warn. I haven't seen Three-Headed Shark Attack. It does star Danny Trejo and Rob Van Dam. I really don't want to watch it because I'm quite a big fan of Rob Van Dam. You know what I mean? You're not doing much wrestling these days on the big scene, so, you know, fair enough, you're getting a good paycheck for movies. Now, I'm trying to get my notes for Ice Sharks. Now, this is the last one I've seen. Now, this is Tremors with sharks, basically. We have my favourite binocular effects at the start of this movie, where they put the binocular effects on it, like you do with every movie, except if you're Predator. And yeah, great start. Now, poor huskies. I don't like animals, like dogs being killed, unless it's Hudson Hawk. And the dog gets killed in that, which is hilarious. But, you know, first off, it's Antarctica, huskies, shark kills a raw husky, this guy gets dragged to his death. Interesting concept. Shit, CGI. Shit, CGI. Shit. And then you see the science lab and you think, what the fuck? Wow. It's like, that is so bad, CGI. He's this rig. And it's like, wow, that's so bad. So this is a bit of The Thing meets Tremors for a bit. You know, got the isolation. You know, it's like McCready's little log cabin. That's what it looks like, but like rendered for Fireman Sam, the new generation. You know, with the CGI. You know, that real kinds of stuff. You know, that kind of shit. But hey, at least this has snow, unlike Tremors 6. Tremors 6, a cold day in hell. Oh, you just happen to turn up where we're having a massive heat wave. Whatever. Come on. You can do better. Now, the sharks in this aren't too bad. And out of the film so far, the best sharks. I just looked over there and see another shark movie. Shark Week, condemned with sharks. No. And of course, global warming is to blame. At least to blame Summit. You know, global warming could have been the reason why Waterworld happened with the sharks, but no, they're blaming their global warming for this one. The sharks have escaped ice captivity. And to be honest with you, there is a pretty gruesome death involving a leg, and you think, hang on a minute, that's an interesting take, because it's gruesome. You know, the guy is just sitting on his leg, buried in the fucking snow and all that, but you don't expect the way for that to happen. I was like, well, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Then the sharks start cutting a massive circle, like a fucking Looney Tunes, around the fucking factory base, McCready's fucking cabin. Yeah, like that. And guess what? It starts floating out. And you think, uh-oh. Now as they drift off from there, they're going to check the fuses. They've still got electricity, which maybe, yeah, okay, maybe they've got a generator and stuff like that. But I'm thinking, okay. We then have a deep blue sea death with the whole water hole. Ooh, what's that? Oh, he's dead. Samuel Jackson. How do you want us to play this scene? Remember Samuel Jackson, Deep Blue Sea? Just like that. But no, like, we need to get out of this film. None of that. Just, there's a hole. Here comes a shark. You're dead. Goodbye. Your bidam's over. Get home yourself. I'm not paying for you to go home. Anyway. And then the bunker sinks to the bottom of the ocean. Okay. So it's a house. It's light enough to float, but it's also a submarine. Oh freck must be oh fuck for television. Oh fuck, that's what it says. Oh feck. I'm all right. So since now I'm all red is obviously when they sink to the bottom of the ocean and they finally have no power. Even though compression is happening, they finally have no power. It's in red for a while. And this could have been an interesting concept for movies. Tremors, definitely for the part of the TV show. You know, they're in a house and the tremors take up the house. And you can, you know what I mean, if you ever want to see that, you ever want to see Burt Gummer in that predicament, just check out Avalanche with Diesel, David Hasselhoff, and Burt Gummer, Michael Goss, where there's an avalanche movie and all trapped in the house. Eerie movie, you can check it out, has been released on DVD, but that'd be an interesting concept. But you're trying to take in that these sharks have cut it all the way down and now circling this thing where they need to get out of at the bottom of the ocean. Now, the power's back on. They've drained the facility, but this not affect the oxygen. They've got, is it prepared with oxygen? I'm not a scientist here, but you've got power back somehow. You're at the bottom of the ocean. You've drained the water. Where's the air coming from? Shark takes out a helicopter, was trying to save him. Of course it did. You know, this boat turns up as well called the Icebreaker, and you know, it's a deal breaker, that thing. It's like, is that a boat really there? No, it's not. No, it's not. And then the boat pulls the rig out the water, and like there's one shark fucking stuck in the window, which fucking meets its demise. How does it happen again? She's like, oh, get down, and it gets blown back out of the water. It's so yeah, this has been Baboonery. This has been 4 different shark films with Empire of the Shark as well thrown in there. So like the classic movies like Jaws and all these different ones where, you know, Shallows is the closest one we've had to Jaws really when it's grounded enough to go, right, there's a problem there. But Shallows' big problem was it went to Hollywood near the end. You've got stuff like Sharknado, which basically just takes a piss. You know what I mean? It's cannon fodder. Shark movies in the sense where you've got movies like Open Water where they use the element of real water and real predicament, but you don't use the shark. People love shark movies. Every other shark fan out there, check out Super Shark. It's got a fucking, check out the music video on YouTube for that, and the tank drop kicking the shark. But it's just mental, you know. If you look back when you've got movies, if you look at Shark Attack 1, 2 and 3, which came along with Millennium movies in the mid-2000s, where you got Casper Van Wieken and Ernie Hudson in the first one, where it's taking a serious tone about shark deaths in South Africa. Second one, I can very rarely remember, except for the Shark Attack tries to do the shark. And then the third one, where it's a megalodon, where the CGI is that impressive, it will make you laugh your head off until there's no tomorrow. From shadows on water, again this is mid-2000s, to sharks coming up, and to shark footage and people getting shrunk. You know, I got to work with 2 of the actors from that a couple of years later. And they're like, hi, you alright? Like, yeah. You're the one who wears from the shark's mouth. There's some mention Shark Attack for it is. But yeah, that's, I mean, I've got them buried in my archive of films, but yeah. So yeah, I've been seeing Mason. This has been Shark Movies, Babooneries. You know, God knows when I'm going to get a chance to film this. As I say, finally checked that out. Haven't brought myself to watch 3-Headed Shark Attack. There is a 6-Headed Shark Attack movie as well. These shark films keep coming out. Franken Shark, Sharkenstein, there's another one. Reef, there's another one. I don't know, they just keep on coming and people keep on buying them, so they're going to keep on making them. So what's your favourite ridiculous shark movies out there? Let us know in the comments below. Like, share and subscribe. This has been an Unplugged Baboonery. I am not lying, I literally took notes. I should have took time out to write out a full review, which normally I do. Shin Godzilla, Chore, oh I love Chore. Just Cause, didn't finish that one, but yeah, I normally take out time to film and write reviews properly, but in this case I just haven't had time. JFK, Red Water's in there as well, so yeah, that awkward moment, yeah, chucked that in another video by accident in there. Yeah, the evil beneath the Loch Ness, so there's a classic, the Darkest Hour. Yeah, oh shit, that was the Darkest Hour review, been a little rip. Doctor Who, Terror of the Seas. I got a lot of shit for this one because I wrote, I'm not a fan of Doctor Who, even though a cult, even though it's a cult film in Britain, it's culture. But as a young kid, I seen this movie, parts smashed together. Hang on, that didn't make much fucking sense. I'm trying to read my own writing to see what's going here. So basically, I seen this movie as a young kid. It's Terror of the Zorons, and it's the one with the Loch Ness Monster in, which looks like a fucking potato with fucking fake teeth in it, popping around. So yeah, I think I've even mentioned this one before, and I got a lot of shit goes. I'm not a fan of Doctor Who. I think Big Dave was like, don't really want to start. I think it was going, don't really want to start a review like that. Why not? Because you offend some Doctor Who fans. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I've been Stephen Mason. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, said it once more. Goodbye. Hello, here's an outtake. Well, I'm going to put at the end of the video. I probably will appear at the start of this video at different time and stuff like that, but I came home. I've just found a Meg balloon in my pocket. Hang on. So yeah, Meg. Oh no. I don't even know where it's gone. I couldn't even have planned it with. So yeah, Meg's out. I don't know what's going to be headphones. I don't know where that's gone. So yeah, I do have 2 balloons, but I keep them in. I've got a few balloons actually. Keep them in my original King Kong cup. I've got War of the Planet of the Apes, and Kong Skull Island. So yeah, seen keep balloons. Balloon keeper. Meg was the last film me and Annie went to see the pictures, and after a lot of films that we'd seen together, it's weird that Meg was literally like the last date. And the hype behind it, I remember seeing like bits and bobs from Meg and promo stuff back on MySpace, back in that day and age, you know. And you know, Jason Statham got his name on it. I mean, it's quite cool that there's a lot of Jason Statham. I just want to talk about this credit actually, where I have a little bit of rant. It's like, right, okay, it's a surfboard, right? Yeah. Cha-chung. How big's Meg meant to be? That's just this like surfboard. This would have been great for the shallows. Do you know what I mean? That should have been a boat. Do you know what I mean? A boat or a beach. Should have just been a landscape shot of a beach and a massive aftermath of a shop. Anyway, cool. Let's live in the room. Give some justified. I haven't bought yet, but I did see the pictures in IMAX. It was pretty good. I do think the film was like Deep Blue Sea. I think everything that the good bits about the movie are in the trailer. It builds up all the way to the last 15 minutes and you see everything that you see in the trailer. It's long drawn out. It's an international incident. A lot shot in a lot of it in New Zealand, a lot of crowdfunding from China and stuff like that to get it made. You know, it's a good movie. You know, it's some of that are half. Wow, really need to update my camera. Sorry about the jump cut and the haggard lighting and the mumbling. Yeah, 32 gig camera. Literally need to wipe it down. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I enjoyed the film as much as I probably should have. I was quite distracted about what was going on at the time, but you know, seeing it on the big screen was awesome. Visually, I thought the reveal of the shark was pretty much Free Willy kind of peekaboo. I'm a big shark. Quite like the idea of the, you know, the lost world in the sea. You know, I mean, you talk about adventurism and stuff like that. The sea is pretty much one of the last really undiscovered territories. Is there a Loch Ness monster? Is there a fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Where's Aquaman live? Atlantis. That's the word. You know, it's one of the last great myths except for space. You know, but yeah, the Megalodon, bringing it on there, just calling it the Meg, or Meg. You know, the film's just called Meg. Really, it's not Maggie. But no, we'll buy it. Been tempted about getting the steelbook now. I don't like the cover. I want to be honest about it. You know, the shark, Jason Statham. Yes, Jason Statham should be on the box to sell the movie. I love the artwork of scuba diver, shark, massive teeth just off there. That's cool. Pun on the whole Jaws thing. Even the upward shot, massive Jaws. Shark, guy swimming. The steelbook as well. The shark's face on the side of it. Just didn't get that as well. So yeah, this is just the outtakes. I'll keep on doing stuff. There's going to be Atomic Shop outtake next, and obviously I have a peek at the start, but yeah, I'm just going to chuck this in now. My quick review of Meg. It's worth watching. It is overhyped, but yeah, it could have been a bit better in my opinion. So next outtake.
Okay, I'm back. Now, I just said there's an Atomic Shark review and I was asking, did I even film that? I don't think I did. And I was asking, right, okay. So, there's going to be an ending rant of me going on a rant about Shark Shock and Jack. I'm not sure where this goes in. I don't know if Jack's before or after, or anyway. Atomic Shark, weirdly enough, listed on IMDb twice. One is the one with Jeff Farley in, which is Saltwater. The Coast is Toast, and then there's Atomic Shark. Both the same year, but it just totally looks like they've added Jeff Farley in and a couple of more actors just to get it out and released. I mean, it's had a physical DVD release, and it was a TV movie, so it's got them fade to black things. And the trailer when the trailer first starts, you think, oh yeah, it's alright, but the trailer should have a strobe light warning effect. It starts blinking and you're like, what the fuck? I watched this and it's literally, it's cheesy. It's got some cheesy bits, especially the bit when the guy's on the hose, the fire hose thing. It's incredible cheesy. And very funny. Had to rewind that a couple of times. The death scene on that. The shark is sort of a burnt, crispy shark that glows red. So it's atomic. It goes around heating the water up and just on a pure vengeance, like it's in pure rage. There's a scene where there's loads of sharks at the end, like flying there. There's fins going all over the place. I think this is the most fin shark movie you might ever see. And it's just funny bad, it's up there, but I mean, it's Jeff Farley's in it, and you think, wow. But it's, some of the acting is bad, some of it's quite good. So there's a few people you'll recognise from other films. There's obviously the drone camera and stuff like that. You think, what the fuck? They're sitting there with the drone camera, and then you see all these different things and that. But yeah, I've just rewatched it there, the trailer anyway. I mean, the whole film's on YouTube, and you're like, right, okay, yeah, how many more shark films I'm going to put myself through? So I'm going to be cutting to me now, probably talking about a shock, I would think, or Jack's going to appear. I just thought I'd fill the void and fill the gap of the comment about Atomic Shark. It's another shark movie. I don't think I've bought any newer ones. There probably will have to be a Shark Movies 2 and dig out the old good Shark Attacks, but we'll get to that in a bit, I think.
Right, here's an outtake for the shark movie Baboonery. I've witnessed another shark film. Witnessed is a strong word. I've witnessed Shark Shock. Now, totally talk about ripping off Jaws. Shark, speedboat, no more Mr. Nice Shark. I don't know, is this a sequel? This is originally called Trailer Park Shark, which, to be honest with you, suits the film better. Not flip cover or anything like that. Anyway, I wrote some notes. Yeah, so I was watching this film and I pretty much I just wrote, what the fuck? So let's quickly reminisce over this movie. So the idea of the story is basically a corporate guy, corrupt motherfucker, floods the fucking trailer park to get people to move out of the trailer park. I can't fucking remember where the shark comes from. You think this would be a crocodile movie? But nah, because it's set in the Southern America. I'm not even sure where the fucking shark comes from. A lot of the voices in this seem dubbed as well, so that's one thing to look out for. You've then got to watch the start bit when the guy and his Uncle Jeff are trying to sort out the power line. Uncle Jeff goes in there. The guy is clearly getting chased off a rain machine. It's like the Truman Show all over again. It's like, rain machine, follow the rain machine for the water effects. This does reunite two lovebirds, as Tara Reid's in this from Sharknadoes and obviously American Pie, and the guy who plays Kevin, who was Rookie of the Year, is also in it and happens to be the guy in the front cover. And you think, wow, you waiting for another phone call from American Pie to try and do something different? Like, what the fuck, really? Now, it's not long before the shark appears and the underwater stuff doesn't look too bad, but then you keep seeing it over and over and over and over. It's the same fucking shock repeated and you think, oh my god. Dear me. The movie then borrows from Jaws 2, and specifically how the shark dies in Jaws 2 and gets electrocuted and basically goes around electrocuting people. Yeah, I just said that right. Goes around electrocuting people. Shark shock, remember? Now, where the trailer park gets flooded and everyone's sort of on top of their trailers, one girl puts Save Our Trailer instead of SOS, and then the shark goes by and electrocutes the trailers, which are made of metal. And one of the women starts maracering and dancing to the music. And as the radio changes, she changes her form from Thriller to the maraca song. And the other woman's just like, what are you doing? And I was just like, what's this fucking film doing? What is going on here? As everyone's getting shark shocked, it's like, what the fuck, really? I watched this at home, even I bought it, and I actually try to catch up with this so I can get this film quite quickly as I rattle away. And I watched some of it at work as well, because it's a new film. And Casper walked in and just went, and Casper was fucking speechless. Casper was like, he just left, he didn't even say anything. I said, see you later, Casper, see you later, mate. We then get some very crazy stuff, and in the witness of it, we get to see a shark versus a horse. As one guy gets on his horsey and goes fucking riding off, and fucking goes along and fucking attack, like the shark and the horse go like that, and it's like, what the fuck? It's just like the fucking horse. Well, the horse doesn't survive, is it? It's not called a shark horse or shock horse, shock horsey. One of the plot twists I forgot to mention really is that the the espionage, what's going on there. The shark has obviously at the camera that the good guys need to prove the bad guys wrong. Even though the bad guy totally looks like Frank Dukes from Bloodsport. He looks like his friend in that, but isn't him. But yeah, shark twist. Fuck me, Tara Reid's cameo on this. Like, Jesus. Like, you'll just see Tara Reid on top of a trailer with an umbrella and a fucking magic box of tricks. Just like a vending machine in Dead Rising. And he's just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, really? Like, really, what the fuck? We then have another great what the fuck, really moment and having fun with the movie. There's a guy who, I think it's the same guy who lost the fight. The guy who's venging his horsey. Basically lassos the fucking shark's head, fin, and he's jet skiing all the way across the screen with no jet skis, powered by a shark. Like, what the fuck, really? They then harpoon the shark with some barrels. How the fuck did you get away with that one? Did you not see Jaws? You know, no, really? Where's the shark at? Well, it's in barrels over there. I've seen that one before, haven't we? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! Wow. What should we say? What should we say to make a point? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! Bruce Willis is gonna sue somebody again. But big but. You think like the shark going around shocking people? How does the shark die? Well, I kind of blinked, you know. So I don't know if it's something to do with the lassoing, because the shark's still connected to a rope. And next thing you know, there's a windmill, you know, one of these big windmills. And next thing you know, the shark's just going up the windmill backwards. Just backwards. And yeah, shark versus windmill. Well, which one wins that? Well, it's the end of the movie, so that's it. It is just the end of the movie, just goes black like that, so yeah. Yeah, this has been Shark Babooneries. I think 4 or 5, 6 maybe shark films. That Emperor of the Sharks as well, which I thought was some relation to Planet of the Sharks. Even at the sale of $1.99, I wasn't even going to spend that on buying it just to go, hey, you know what I mean? Like, no's a no. So yeah, having seen Mason, this has been Baboonery Shark movies. But the fucking other ones, which I've still let my friend Sophie have learned of that, and she hasn't even bothered watching them yet, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Check out Shark movies if you want. Goodbye. Right, here's the outtake for Shark Babooneries.
That's supposed to be a surfboard.
Yeah. Doesn't really justify how big Meg is, you know what I mean? Shallows, maybe, yes.
Yeah, no.
A building kind of thing, but yeah. Anyway, Meg, what do you think of Meg?
Didn't like it.
Yeah.
God, good. Yes, something we finally agree on.
It's deep blue sea, and all the best bits you see in the trailer are at the very end, basically. I mean, don't get us wrong, the special effects are good.
I think it's one of them films that Jason Statham will watch and kind of go, yeah, fuck that one up.
Nah, he got a big paycheck. Now, the reason why I'm happy to have Jack in this Baboonery, even though this Baboonery was filmed 6 months ago, me and Jack spent a lot of our childhood one day watching a film called Shark Attack 3. And it's not handy, it's buried in all the archives of DVDs.
Good, and that's where it should belong, forever.
We spent a long time laughing at that movie for the CGI, and then I ended up working with 2 of the actors on the tournament as well. I couldn't look them straight in the face. But yeah, many moons ago.
Can we say we laughed at it when we were high?
No, just for you. No. It's the same time we watch I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. But yeah. Anyway.
Yes, you showed me that video, awesome. Going back to the subject.
Yeah. But no, shark movies, this is a quick just jump in. It's another thing that I've almost just finished, and it's awesome to have just Jack appear. We'll talk about shark movies. But there probably will be a part 2, because I've got films like Shark in Venice, Swamp Shark.
Shark in Venice, Swamp Shark.
Yeah.
These are all movies I've never heard of.
These are bad shark.
This is
bad shark movies.
Worse than Shark Attack 3.
Yeah, you know. Worse than Jaws 4. Remember that video?
Oh, dear me, that film.
So yeah. Raiders of the Lost Shark. That's in this video.
What?
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Shark.
Two-headed shark attack. I didn't watch that one. Planet of the Sharks. Empire of Sharks. I've been watching some really bad shark movies.
They sound awful.
Well, you watch the review, then you're a piece, so that's... I mean,
every single one of them got a hot
Flying
chick
Shark. Super Shark. Super Shark when there's a rap video.
Sharknado.
No, well, Sharknado, yes.
I think I watched that for like 30 seconds.
Sorry, I'm just...
And when I seen a shark fly out of a... I can't even remember. How many is there now? There's about 5 of them.
I did buy this. I've never seen it, but like the steelbook is fucking lovely of Sharknado. Look at that, man.
That is actually a pretty nice looking steelbook. Going back to the film, I think I watched 30 seconds of it, just flicked it on Sky, and it was like, really? A shark flew out of a tornado.
Yep.
And kind of, ow,
Yeah, it's kind of
bit some guy in half, and I was like, I'm turning this over now before my eyes get
Shark
poisoned
in
even
Venice,
more. Shark in Venice. What happens in that? I'm guessing. the
Right, I'll
shark
tell you a little funny story about Shark in Venice, right?
goes round and
It's all in the reflexes. Shark in Venice, Stephen Baldwin. I actually kicked the shark in the head on
Stephen
this.
Baldwin. Which one's that?
The one in Biodome.
Yes.
So basically, in the tournament, they were
now I
filming this
kinda
in
wanna watch
Bulgaria.
Apart from he looks like
So a
he
little.
looks exactly like Alec Baldwin.
Well,
I know the brothers, but he's double in that.
So some of the stuff on that film was filmed in what we call the money room in the tournament a couple of weeks prior, and some of the shark was still laying around. In the archive of the tournament, there probably is some video footage of me actually kicking that shark in the head.
Oh, it's an old film, is it?
Yeah. I think the film bits in Venice, but the rest is filmed in Bulgaria.
So I'm guessing the shark just swims around the
Venice.
eye and just bites
Yeah.
people.
What do you... Shark in Venice, what more do you want? Eating pasta?
Pizza.
Mm.
Keep
Go
it going.
shark, have
Keep
you
it
seen-
going. No,
I've
keep
got-
it
I've got-
going.
I've got-
What other Italian foods do you know? Let's have a competition now.
Pizza, Italian,
Yeah, I've said pizza.
Ravioli.
You said pasta.
ravioli,
Lasagna.
cheese.
Cheese.
Aye. Ghost shark, have you heard of ghost shark?
No. Is it about a dead shark?
It's about a dead shark where anywhere there's water you can't get away from it. Even one woman gets sucked into a bucket. You're not even safe in your bathtub.
What about in a puddle?
In a puddle. A guy goes down the slip and slide and gets eaten by the shark.
What, so as he's coming
Down
down...
the slip and slide, just going down the
does
slip
he
and
come
slide.
off it? Or
No,
does
no, the shark just appears in the water and goes...
I thought ghosts can't kill you.
I don't know, but this shark can.
Ghost sharks can.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot of shark films out there. This has become the longest outtake ever.
It clearly has. My mind is blown by all of these shark movies that I've never heard of.
There's plenty more. The Sharkenstein, the Shark Exorcist.
What about if you're having a drink of water? Like,
Someone probably gets killed by
yeah,
that too.
oh, do you know what I'm
It's over
feeling?
there on Blu-ray, look. Forest, Frankenstein Fury, Ghost Shark, Green Inferno.
Let's
Shark
roll
Week.
with this. It's like a guy comes in, he's like, "Oh, morning, sweetheart. I've just had a good long run. I'm just gonna have a glass of water," and he like goes, pours a helicopter into his cup, and then goes to drink and just.
Yeah, probably. The film's quite traumatizing. The shark sleeps underneath the water. The shark actually sleeps underneath the lighthouse, and they go and find the shark eventually. He comes back for revenge.
Fish don't fall asleep, no.
Well, I know sharks, you know.
Ghost sharks do.
Yeah.
Ghost sharks do a lot of things, clearly.
Well, we've just decided next time me and Jack actually do a podcast, since it's been we haven't done one since Predators, and I've done at least 15 since. It will be Ghost Shark.
I'm thoroughly excited to watch this ghost shark. Thoroughly.
This is the very end of Baboonery shark movies. It's probably the longest
But
Baboonery I've ever.
What happens if someone's like, "Oh, do you know what? I'm just gonna, like."
You've got your phone on you. Quickly get your phone out.
What would happen now, right? We're in a ghost shark world, and you were really getting up in my grill, and I thought, "Do you know what? I'm gonna get you," and I spat in your face.
You might be reaching for a sequel there, like. I think it covers the basis of stuff you could not do around water.
Right.
You know, it's like the new film Pool.
But technically, our body's a certain percentage of water.
You're going to
So could
explode
the
into a
shark
fucking shark.
Just
It's
eat
a
it.
House Shark, film called House Shark. I mean, come on. Right. Let's get it out there. Where is it? You quickly have a look for on your phone.
What am I looking for?
Just put Ghost Shark in, slip and slide. Well, I get Killian's book, the quiz book.
Shark. Slip.
Yep.
Didn't put the space in.
Jaws 3D questions.
And this is really a long outtake. That's my fault because I'm actually intrigued by all of these.
It's alright, it's Baboonery. At least we're talking about for. During the holiday period,
Best scene from
Jaws'
Ghost Shark
revenge is
ever.
set.
YouTube. It's only on 12 seconds, but I'm going to watch it. You can't watch it. I'm
You
gonna
can't watch it, it's copyright.
Go off my reaction. Can I put the sound on?
I told you.
Right, hold on. I need to watch it again because I was expecting like a big one. Like, shoo.
Oh, hang on. Here's a great one for you. Which of the following is not actually a shark movie? This is from Killian's book again. Shark Exorcist, Close Encounters of the Shark Kind, Raiders of the Lost Shark, and Sharkenstein.
Which isn't
Which isn't?
Sharkenstein
Nope. It's B, Close Encounters of the Shark Kind.
because it was a close encounter. Is there actually no shark in the film?
Here's a one for you.
Really, I need to watch this again. Seriously, what the actual fuck have I just watched?
And I got a Blu-ray release.
What?
And the last question we've got here. Which of these movie sequels originated as a spoof trailer on YouTube? Mega Shark versus Croctosaurus. Shark Attack 2. Remember that one? That was a long time ago before YouTube, I think. Ghost Shark 2. Urban Jaws. Or Sharktopus versus I don't know how to pronounce that one.
Where am I looking?
There, that one. What's that word?
Something Cuda. And it's not Barracuda.
A Predacuda. Yeah. I want to say it's Shark Attack. No, it's got to be Mega Shark versus Croctosaurus. Aye. A. Did I get that right, Killian? Tells. Yeah.
Which shark thriller completely used the real sharks instead of utilising any digital special effects? Open water.
Yes.
Fucking Killian.
Yes, Killian. So yeah, Killian's book's out there now. That couldn't have been any better.
Going back to Go Shark.
Oh, here we go.
Just googled it. IMDb gives it 3.4 and Rotten Tomatoes gives it 29%. 86% of Google users like the film.
There we go. Check this cover out though.
That Go Shark.
Go Shark, the cover. Man, there's a shark. There's a shark, there's a shark. Even the cover's a ghost.
Spooky.
So yeah, longest outtake ever for Baboonery Shark movies. Gives me a massive push to finally finish it. I've only been working on it 6 months.
So,